This is going to be a tutorial about how to make three-dimensional repoussé forms. So you need to get some thick gauge aluminum and then something to press into it. I like ballpoint pens, they work really well. The first thing you're going to need to do is get some patterns, and I like to go to polyhedra.net. They're free to download. You just click on the image, look at the PDF, and then print what you need. If you do this in a classroom setting, please download lots of different forms and let your students choose so we all don't come out with the same thing. Tooling foil is kind of expensive, so I have students trim down their image to just what they need in the pattern, and then we glue it onto the tooling foil. Now, I actually glue it with spray glue. That works really well. You spray a little on the back of the image and a little bit on the foil, press them together, and they're good. You could probably use double-sided tape too. We use X-Acto blades to cut out the pattern, so I definitely do a tutorial with my students about razor safety. And it will ruin the blades fairly quickly, so you'll be changing them out. Once it's cut out with all of the tabs, then I go ahead and use a ballpoint pen on top of a stack of paper and do all of the lines. This makes it easier to fold at the end. I use a small ruler, a small straight edge, so that the lines are straight when I do this. When you turn it over, you can see that the ballpoint pen etches the lines really good, so this will fold up really well. We go through many steps on this project, and the first one I do is color in everything with Sharpie markers. They stick pretty good, and if you want it to have a little bit more permanence, you can spray it with a clear varnish. I then get out a rubber pad that I use for linoleum block printing, and I do my etching on that with ballpoint pens, but you could use other kinds of tools. Even tools used for ceramics work really good for this. And I emboss both the front and the back. You can be very geometric about it, or you could be more organic, like doing Zentangle patterns on it. It's really up to you. Here's a view from the back so you can see where the lines went. Now you're going to need to glue up all the tabs. Elmer's rubber cement works okay, but not great. If you can get a contact cement like the kind they use on shoes, that's even better. Double-sided tape, if it's strong enough, will work pretty good for this too. This is the cement I use, and it works really, really well. Take your time as you're folding it up. Remember to make that contact cement touch. And then I use an embossing tool to just press on the edge to make sure there's really good adhesion. And then we get these great little three-dimensional forms. These look great as decorative objects. You could hang them and make ornaments out of them, because once the form is closed, it's actually pretty strong, but super light. And there's something very old school appealing about these. They're fun to make too. Visit artedguru.com for more lessons.